In this video, we will focus on authorizations, specifically the authorizations in Mail and Deploy related to both the Management Console and the Hub. Let's begin with the Hub-related authorizations. These are the permissions you need to configure in order to allow users access to the Hub. There are two main types. Global Hub authorizations. These grant access to all items in a category. Punctual or granular authorizations. These give access to individual reports or tasks. On the Management Console side, we also have a set of authorizations you can assign to control who can access what within the Management Console. And finally, we have the extension-related authorizations. But keep in mind, these only apply to the self-service extension, which is being phased out and replaced by the 3 new extensions. So we're not focusing on that one too much in this video. Now let's get practical. Here is our Mail and Deploy Management Console. Here we have set up a few users and roles for this demo. A root admin, full access. A designer standard user, someone who creates reports and tasks. An end user, who just needs to consume content in the Hub. We also have 2 groups here. Designers, Hub users. Right now, our demo users don't have any permissions yet. So let's start granting some and see what happens. Let's begin with management-related authorizations. If we want someone to be a designer, the first thing we do is give them permission to manage content. Once that's done, they'll see a limited version of the Management Console, no access to settings, no user or user group management. They can see and use data sources, but not edit them unless we specifically grant that. Let's try that. We will go ahead and give the designer role edit access to data sources. Now they can choose different apps and use those sources in tasks. Just be cautious. Depending on the use case, it might be better not to allow editing. We can go further and add access to connections. For example, maybe there's a connection to an AWS S3 bucket. If you want designers to use it, you need to assign them the correct authorization. Otherwise, they won't even see it. If you want someone to deploy content, you'll need to assign both. The deploy content permission and appropriate licenses. You can also configure things like custom sender and reply to email addresses for more flexibility when sending out reports. Switching to the Hub-related authorizations now. Let's say you want your designer role to access the report library in the Hub. We can give that access explicitly. But let's focus on the end user. This role never sees the Management Console. What we want here is very specific, granular access, maybe just a few reports. So we will go in and add a single report to their user account. Now they'll only see that report in their Hub, nothing else. That's exactly what we want for controlled distribution. Tasks can work the same way. You can grant task execution rights, one by one using task authorization, or all at once using workspace authorization. In most cases for Hub users, it makes sense to do it task by task. That way, they only see what they're supposed to see. The tasks will then appear in their Hub UI accordingly. That's it. Thanks for watching.